Howdy folks, welcome to episode 24. Yeah, it's a little dark in here and all the lights are off. Okay, so my wife and I went out mining. We wanted to get more stuff for the CV build. So we went out and we got a bunch of iron and we got a bunch of silicon. And so for this all to smelt was going to take a while, so I decided I was going to AFK, which, in case you didn't know, you can do this. You can AFK in a med station, and if you run out of food, it will heal you faster than you take damage from hunger, from starving. So, so yeah, I AFK'd in there, but the base ran out of power while I was doing that. So it turned off, the medic station stopped working, and I died. And while that was happening, yeah, we got, whoops, that used to be meat. Yeah, so we kind of lost some stuff here. We didn't lose everything. There's still some durians and fruits and tomatoes and stuff left. But actually, this is kind of okay because we needed about 90, yeah, we need about 90 spoiled foods in order to make enough growing plots to put growing plots on the thing. I figured I was going to put about 90 or 100 or something. So yeah, the canned meat didn't expire. Just the uncanned, you know, the unprotected meat and everything. So yeah, that's why my health and food and stuff is down at minimum, and I've got no inventory. So yeah, I'm gonna go turn the power back on, which I can use my cool drop chute for that finally. Yeah, I love that thing. So yeah, I'm gonna go. The door's not opening. I'm gonna go fuel the base back up and replace my drill. I lost a drill and a repair tool, a couple pistols, and a stack of 50 cal ammo. So I'm gonna replace that stuff, and I will be back in a few minutes. Okay, guys, we're back, and I've got the stuff that I need all gathered up. Let me see, where's my ship here? And yeah, I put everything in my ship and ready to go up into space. So I've got a ton of blocks and everything here. I've got the starter and all the basics that I need. And we're gonna go up into space and get started here. So, whoops. Let's see. We'll get going. And yeah, we'll go up into space and pick a spot to start this thing and lay down the blocks. And I've got a general idea of what I wanted to do. Yeah, I don't really have a specific plan. I'm probably just going to kind of wing it as I go. I've tried to come up with several designs, but nothing really, you know, piqued my interest for too long. I started going, yeah, that's a cool idea, and then yeah, I changed my mind. So let's see here. You know, is that thing around the equator too? Interesting. Okay, so yeah, we need to go up to, if you notice the gravity down there, it just went to 0. You want to make sure you're at least 2,000, and yeah, probably should make sure we're not going to get hit by plasma drones either or anything while we're doing this stuff. So, but yeah, I like to stay, what, 2,500 usually from the planet, just to make sure, just to have a little extra buffer. But yeah, if you're too close, you can fall into the gravity well, and that's not good. So let's see, we'll put on our helmet. I actually remembered this time. And don't forget your jetpack. If you don't turn on your jetpack, you act like you're stuck. It just feels weird. It's like, why can't I move? Okay. So, let me see, I need some blocks here, and I can lay out the basic shape of the rooms, I think, at least some of them, and I forgot to grab all the extra growing plots, didn't I? Okay. Did I grab those or no? Let's see. Whoops. I thought I did. No, I guess not. Okay. So yeah, we're going to put down the starter, and the other thing you want to make sure is that you know which way you're pointing when you start. So yeah, actually let me get the cockpit and I can sit it on there just so I know which way is up, or I can stick a light on there or something. Yeah, let me do a light. There's lights. Okay. So yeah, because when you go to warp, you need to be pointing toward your destination. So if you lay it down like this, this is the front. So we're now facing the front of the ship and upright. So that's the top front. If you build your ship this way, then you need to be going that way in order to, with the front pointing that way. If you build it with the front pointing that way, you need to be moving that way still in order to be moving toward your target according to the game. So yeah, it's important to make sure that you know your orientation when you start. Anyway, I will be taking out the core at some point, but I just need to lay out some basic rooms here. And let's see, the crew quarters I wanted to be like, I don't know, 5 by 9. Let's see, 5, 6. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then I'm going to go 5 by 9. That seems really small. Yeah, I can do some extra rooms and stuff once I've figured out where I want it to be. Yeah, we could even do like a wall here separating them or something, or put more crew quarters toward the back. Basically, that's going to be the front, kind of the nose of the ship. So I figure if it actually does end up in combat, you want the front to be stuff that, you don't care if it gets blown off so much. So yeah, you probably don't want to put like all your fuel cells and your warp drive at the very front of the ship. But yeah, I'm going to, let's see, what do I need to do next here? Okay, I'm going to do a hallway. So, let's see. Let me do this. Let me get my ship out of the way, because is that in the way? Yeah, it looks like it might collide here. So let me move this. Should probably turn it off too, so I don't run out of fuel. Let's see, how much fuel do I have? Not much. And did I bring any in my inventory? Of course I didn't. And let's see, did I bring any in here? Yeah, okay, I brought some. So why don't I fuel up the ship here too before I forget and end up falling to the planet or something stupid. Not that I've ever done anything like that before. Yeah, okay, so we're going to make some hallway here. I need to paint. Where's my paint? And forgot that too. Let me grab my paint, and I can paint the hallways. Let's see, so that I know which room is which, at least. I can kind of paint where the dividers are, so that when I'm trying to build the interior, I don't get lost as to where to put walls and stuff. Okay, so here is our color tool, and we can lay down blocks here. Whoops. The way this thing turns in space is weird. Okay. Oh, that's right. And they hard-coded the paint the same color thing to the shift key. They've hard-coded too many things to the shift key, because I use the shift key for down, and I'm not changing my key binding. So they really need to do something about that, because it's, you can't hard-code the controls. It's not acceptable. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, that should do. That should make a decent hallway. Okay, and let's see. And what else do we have after here? We're going to put the bridge up on top. So, yeah, let me put 3. Okay, so this is going to be the floor of the bridge here. Yeah, that's going to be the floor of the bridge. So we'll put this over here, and we'll use the control key, if I can get this to decide to do that. Okay. There we go. So that's going to be our bridge. and you're going to basically stand up here, and there's a meteorite incoming. Oh, look at the meteorite. That was interesting. Did it crash in space or did it crash on the planet? Huh. Okay, that was interesting. So yeah, once you mine stuff out, it just keeps on sending them for some reason. And they follow the player, it seems. Because like if I go to another planet, like if I go to over to the lava planet, they'll start falling on the lava planet too. I think that's a bug. So yeah, here's our bridge. That's going to be the floor of the bridge. Probably extend our hallway down a little more. Go this way, and I can probably do this to save some time instead of... Okay, so that's our hallway. And what else do we have? We need a crafting room, and the crafting room should be... let's see. I want to do 2 of them. So I want to do 1 on each side. So the crafting room is going to be here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And a wall. And it's going to be 5 plus 2 walls. Okay, so that's going to be our crafting room on this side. Should have put up the symmetry axis, huh? Okay, so that's going to be by 7. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to go till we're matched here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's see. Is it falling on the planet again? Oh, cool. That's interesting. They do seem to be falling on the planet. Interesting. Okay, so there's our crafting room. Then we're going to have hallway again that goes between these. And let's see. Let's do this. Okay. So there's our hallway. And obviously, I think that's obvious, but I'll put it there anyway. And we need to make a big bay, a big landing bay. So, yeah, let me see. I want to make a hallway first because I need engineering and stuff. And engineering is going to be, what, 11 blocks? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, plus 2 for walls. So, there we go. Let's see. Where's the meteorite? Oh, we missed it this time, apparently. It must be on the other side of the planet. It's just raining meteorites. It doesn't seem to stop. It's not like we're mining anything more here, obviously, as you can see. So, yeah, let's see. I'm going to get the rest of this laid out, and I will come back in a minute. Okay, that was just... Alright, we're gonna go look at that, because... yeah. Squirrel! Okay, I want to go look at that, because that shows on the map right there, too. So let's go look and see what this shows on the map. Because that's just silly. Let's see. Is it showing a distance yet? There it is. It's a promethium meteorite, and there's an iron meteorite right there. Okay, they weren't falling on the surface. They were just falling... Okay, there's... Alright, let's go look at this one, because the promethium one is not too close. This one may actually be... There's... Is that on the planet? Let's see. Oh, I guess those are on the planet. They're showing on the planet from above the planet. Well, that's interesting. Huh. Okay. Those fell onto the planet. There's another meteorite incoming. Let's see, there's a promethium meteorite sitting out in space. Let's see here. There's no drones guarding it or anything. So yeah, they're falling in space. I've got to say that's a bug, in my opinion. I really don't think that's intended functionality, to have those just falling into a spot in space and then stopping there is silly too. But yeah, just to have those do that doesn't seem to be the idea. But yeah, it's interesting that they're showing up on the radar. As you can see, if you look up on my radar, they're showing, even though they're landed on the surface. So I find that kind of interesting too. But yeah, anyway, let me get back to work on this, and I'll be back in a minute. Okay guys, we're back, and I've got a basic layout done, and yeah, I kind of screwed up placing those windows. I don't want to talk about it. So anyway, yeah, here's the basic layout. So in the back here is going to be a big fighter bay, or ship docking bay or whatever, so you can land your SVs in there. I've got some windows on here to make it look decent. I'm probably going to add a lot of windows. We've got a few stacks of them. So yeah, we've got the warp and engineering rooms. We've got the fuel over there, as we can see. I like to keep those kind of separate because they're explosive. These are the whatchamacallit, those are the crafting rooms. So I'm going to have two different crafting rooms. And then this is basically a big hallway that goes down the middle of the thing. And this is the bridge, going to be the bridge here. And we'll add a lot more stuff on the outside of it to the fuselage once we get going. But yeah, and these hallways, I think down the length of this hallway is going to be our plants. We'll just put them all along the length of the ship, instead of making a dedicated garden room. I kind of like having them down the sides of a hallway. Since I've tried that plan, I kind of like that better than making the big 3x3 plots. And I know that it wastes the lights, but and the electricity the wattage on the lights, but I don't care. It looks a lot better, and it's a lot more interesting to harvest. I hate harvesting when you're running through the big plots, the big square plots. It's just more annoying. But yeah, and check out the radar. I don't know, there must have been 20 meteorites that fell while I was building this thing. So they're just everywhere. It's ridiculous. But yeah, that's going to be it for episode 24. I've got to go back to the planet and retrieve a I've got to go back and find a whatchamacallit, get me some not filler tools, the repair tools. My repair tool is out of charges. Hey, those are up in the atmosphere too. Okay, yeah, that's just bizarre. Okay, how are you supposed to mine those too? Because they're they're right above the atmosphere. Okay, how are you supposed to mine that? Because if you get out of your ship here, you fall. So I will definitely have to post that as a bug. That's messed up, and maybe it's because, I don't know, maybe it's because my save was generated before that kind of stuff started, or what. I don't know. But yeah, there's meteorites floating all over the place here. And look at the map. Look at the mini-map. It's just covered with them. It's ridiculous. Yeah, and they all disappeared, so yeah, they are in space. Alright, that's weird. Okay, guys, I will see you next time. Join me in episode 25. Later.